Say this right now, the music I have playing in the background is called Steel for Humans, is the best battle music in The Witcher 3, like, bar none. Like, seriously, holy shit, this song's amazing. Anyway, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into some discussion on The Witcher 3, which is how I had fun. And then Hatman will be talking about some anime garbage. Plus, we'll be talking about memes and other fun cringe for this podcast, for sure. So, let's go ahead and get into it. My name is Micah Curtis, and my bottle of cheer wine is full.
And I'm Alex Baldwin, and my new bottle of cheer wine is full.
There we go. Welcome to Micah and The Hatman Live. Hatman. Tell us about some weeb trash.
Now, sir, might I tell you that this is grade A, fully edible weeb trash. And by grade A fully edible, I mean this series makes you want to eat food and cook all of the food. Food Wars. This is something that I believe I talked about a while ago by saying it's one of the strangest fucking animes I've watched, in the sense that foodgasms are a fucking thing in it. Yeah. Fan service foodgasms. It's so fucking bizarre. But the rest of it is actually really fucking excellent. It's about a kid who helps at his dad's little mom and pop shop. Or I guess it's just a pop shop. But anyway, and he's a pretty good cook, but his dad decides, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to go explore the world for a bit. How about you go to this super hard to get into school for chefs that are the best ever, and then you call me when you don't fail out. And yeah, so he gets into the school, and of course he's learning how to not be an overconfident dick, but it turns out he's not an overconfident dick because he's one of those people that learns from every failure that he has in the kitchen. And some of the ideas that he comes up with, as far as like his dishes, are just insane, like souffle omelets.
What?
Souffle omelets, yes.
That's not a thing.
It is in the show, and if it could ever be a thing, it looks fucking delicious, and I kind of want one. But yeah, it's actually really, really good. Micah, you might want to give this a try, believe it or not, if only for the cooking ideas that it gives you. It's a little bit waifu baity, if only because of the whole foodgasms thing.
That's a big no, then.
Well, that's the thing. Aside from that, not really, like, not your typical fan service-y anime. And even then, the foodgasms, they happen to men, too.
Yeah, that's definitely a big old no from me.
Matchstick in the chat says radiation plus Japan equals this.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, this is the main character makes food so good it causes people to orgasm. No, it's everybody. Like whenever somebody eats a really really good dish, foodgasm happens. Like it gets crazy in like their big Iron Chef tournament type thing, or like all of the judges just like constantly, holy shit. One of the judges straight up strips whenever he eats something really good. Like not even just imagined, which is basically what the foodgasm sequences are, is just all imagined. No, one guy straight up strips. Yeah.
Is the food like laced with cocaine?
Quite possibly. Quite possibly. Cocaine or something fucking incredible. Either way, shit makes me hungry. Shit makes me want to cook all the fucking things. I actually watched this a lot when I was cooking over the past week. So, oops, but not actually oops. I enjoy it. I recommend it. Go watch it. It's fun.
So, real quick, somebody said, why did it say Micah's pick while it's Hatman's pick? I fixed that. Um, yeah, definitely not doing this. Another thing I'm not doing is B-stars. No furry shit.
It's laced with radiation.
I have seen one clip of it. It involved a rabbit in a bra and panties going after a wolf's D. No, that's furry shit. Don't care the context. Don't care about the setup. If there is an anthropomorphic animal going after another anthropomorphic animal's dick, I ain't doing nothing. They gave the rabbit titties. That's furry shit. Ain't happening.
Unrelated to furry shit, but casual reminder that our donation goal is for Micah to ingest Diablo sauce. And this is related to Food Wars because Diablo sauce is a sauce.
Yes. Besides,
whoever in the chat recommended Star Blazers. Star Blazers is fucking awesome.
let's go ahead and move on. My pick of the week was fucking amazing.
And not waifu bait?
Well, this is the interesting thing.
You said you hesitated.
Because somebody pointed this out to me, and it's kind of hilarious in a way. Geralt of Rivia could just as easily be a harem character. Because he's still surrounded by sexy ladies. It's kind of hilarious. So, my pick of the week is Witcher 3 The Wild Hunt. Or The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. And the so let's explain that. There are, and including the expansions, several women in Witcher games that you can bang. In fact, it was even a subplot in the first game because you would get cards from it. Let me just say this. Yennefer of Vengerberg sucks. We're going to have some waifu discussion. Triss Marigold is the best. Ain't even close. Actually, no, it is close. But Yennefer is on the bottom of the totem pole whenever it comes to girls in The Witcher. In this game. Yennefer of Vengerberg sucks horribly. Hatman, if somebody told you that they have a plan to do something, but they didn't tell you what that something is, and they didn't tell you how they were going to accomplish it, but they wanted you to do all the steps for them, what would you tell them? Even if they were hot.
What in the literal, hypothetical, theoretical fuck?
Exactly. real quick, get a donation from Chaos Sonic. Says, as for the Food Wars, the thing is the mangaka, the one the writer of the anime is based off of, is a hentai artist, and he actually got a lot of talented chefs on info for how some of the food combinations would work. Daniel Parker donates $12, says, do I have to play the first 2 Witchers to play the third one and also jug the sauce? You don't actually have to play the first 2. There are actually, in the game, there's a recap of all the pertinent information of what's going on. Here we go. For America. So, and show the label so people actually know this is the Diablo sauce.
Yeah, here, I'll drink to that.
Fuck.
Oh, man.
That is a spicy thing. Fuck.
I need to get more of that 7 million Scoville hot sauce that I had on New Year's now and use that as a donation goal.
Whew.
Holy shit, just a dab of that set my mouth on fire forever.
Oh, man alive. It actually, you're right, though. The flavor is good. Like, when it comes to talking about sauces, it's pretty good.
At least it's not super male vitality.
Yes. Oh, God, that was awful. That was awful. But anyway. But yeah, I didn't play the first Witcher games. Oddly enough, and I don't usually recommend his content because he's kind of a prick, but the Dishonored Wolf did a video that will catch you up on all of it that's relevant before Witcher 3. Oddly enough, the Witcher Netflix series also gives you a good history of Geralt and Yennefer's relationship, which is the most pertinent to this story. I just really don't like Yennefer's personality because she seems to think that the world is her oyster, and that even though she's not a person with a bad heart. That's the interesting thing. I would never call Yennefer of Vengerberg a bad person. She's not. The thing is, the way she goes about doing good... She does good things very badly. You know, and she oftentimes will not explain to you what's going on because she knows you'll say no. And I hate that. She doesn't understand that the no exists for a reason. So. Whew. But somebody mirrored that Dishonored Wolf video. Just so people know. If somebody could find that and post it in the chat for whoever asked. Because Witcher 3 you can play on just about everything now. You know, it's even on Switch. So. But anyway, Witcher 3 was an interesting one for me because I first played it actually when it came out back in 2015. Oh, excuse me. And, yeah, she's chaotic good. That's a good way to put it. She's chaotic good. So as a love interest, not somebody personally that I would do. I would rather have Triss. But, or, what's her name? The girl who's the medic. I always forget her name. But, I remember I got it for free with my graphics card. And I had The Witcher 2 for years. And was never interested in playing it again. Because it was so clunky. Like, interface, all of it. The potion system, I hated it. It was a stereotypical PC game. You know, because PC game, like PC exclusives, I know Witcher 2 came out later on consoles. Much later. Stereotypical PC game. Clunky interface, hard to get into, a lot of complication for no reason. It's not streamlined because it doesn't have to be. That was The Witcher 2's problem. Witcher 3, considerably more streamlined, considerably more user-friendly from the start. And the thing about it, and I told my friend Johnny this, who worked with me at Blistered Thumbs when Witcher 2 came out, is that Witcher could be huge if it simplified and was willing to compromise on being a PC game. And he disagreed with me completely because he was a PC purist. And then, lo and behold, Micah was right. So, yeah. But yeah, but I haven't really talked about the game itself, though. So the game takes place. Geralt has regained his memory. He does that in Witcher 2, and he's hunting Yennefer because he hasn't seen her since he was captured by the Wild Hunt. And in the time of pursuing her, he finds out that Ciri, his adopted daughter, is the one now being pursued by the Wild Hunt, who are these dark elves who go from plane of reality to plane of reality looking for her because of her abilities. And they're basically genocidal dark elves. That's the best way to describe them. They're fucking evil. And Geralt has to track his adopted daughter down. She is of what we call the Elder Blood. Incredibly naturally powerful in regards to magic and things like that. And she has Witcher training, though she didn't go through the mutagenic process. So, needless to say, what you find there is you find a world that is deeply cynical, with a lead character who comes across as cynical, but I would say he's not. Geralt will never stop or never not tell you his opinion. Very opinionated character, but he sticks to the path, which of just sticking to the fact that he's a monster hunter. Yeah. Needless to say, what unfolds is probably the best dark fantasy game of the decade. We were talking best of the decade last podcast. This was the best dark fantasy game. It blew anything else out of the water. It is fantastic. And then, of course, if you're wondering how Henry Cavill nailed the character of Geralt of Rivia in the Netflix series, it's because he actually played through the Witcher games before he took the role. And his voice is very similar in how he manipulates it to that of the voice actor who plays Geralt of Rivia in the video games. So, and again, I love that he shucked a guy's head like a fucking oyster in the series. That was awesome. But anyway, needless to say, this is a game worth buying on any platform you can get it on. It is a long game. It's a long Western RPG. Very long game. A lot of fun stuff to discover. A lot of fun side quests. A lot of story. All of it well written. I think that it is probably... I would say that it's one of my favorite Western RPGs of all time. I think that... I think it's fair to say it's one of my favorites. I would say it's for me, it's right under Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2 and Planescape Torment. It's probably my third favorite Western RPG total. So, all right. Yeah, definitely a fun game. Definitely a lot of good stuff to it. In fact, I'm going to be playing it right after we get off the podcast. So,
all right.
Hey man, have you ever tried these? Tried Witcher 3?
I don't
know. I don't know how you would like it because it has open world elements, but it tends to just it's not an open world game, if that makes any sense. Right. It's not.
It's got a little bit more structure to it. And that's why I can tolerate games like Grand Theft Auto, for example. Like, it's open world, but there's more structure to it than like Skyrim, for example.
Yeah, considerably, because basically what it'll do is it'll take you from one place to another, and you will stick there for a while.
Right.
It's not saying it's like, oh, well, for this part of the quest you have to be here, and there's very few quests where you're going to all corners of the world to get them done. So.
Yeah, I think I have Witcher 2 for Xbox, but I don't know about Witcher 3. I might. I don't know. I've got one of them. Fairly certain I've got one of them.
Mm-hmm.
But, games with gold is a wonderful fucking thing.
Indeed. All right. Let's go ahead and get into the topics. Let's talk about me. I'm sorry. Let's talk memes. So the new guy meme. Hatman.
Yeah.
Tell us about this.
New guy is a pretty cool guy.
Why, thank you.
God damn it. Shut up and drink your cheer wine. New guy's a pretty cool guy. He doesn't take shit, and he stands up for the little guy. That was your cue.
Well, yeah, that describes me pretty well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyway, this comic. Can we get a visual of this comic? Because when I first read this shit, it looked like a fucking parody. And I know we pulled it up for Overflow, or at least I think we actually pulled it up for Overflow. I know we talked about it on Overflow.
We did. We pulled it up.
Well, might want to just pull it up again so people can refresh their memories, because all of you should have watched the Overflow. If you didn't, seriously, what's wrong with you? Put it on fucking double speed if you have to. I know that thing is 2 hours long, but Jesus. Anyway, the thing looked like a fucking parody of SJWism. Like, seriously, it looked so ridiculous. Like the author avatar character, it ended up looking like a terrible person. And I could not honestly believe that it was real, that it was unironic. And then I realized who was behind it. The author known as Jessica Yu, responsible for Manic Pixie Nightmare Girls, a webcomic that rivals Assigned Mail and how goddamn ridiculous it is. Like, top tier lunacy. Holy shit. Anyway, out of the lunacy came a spark of hope, and that was New Guy. And people took New Guy, who was apparently supposed to be the villain of this comic, and turned him into a positive role model, someone who should absolutely be seen as a moral paragon, because God damn it, that is exactly what he is. New Guy is a saint. New Guy is wonderful. They managed to take a comic that was pure vitriol and pull something out of it that was positive and turn it into a constant positive, to the point where no shit, some of the lefties on Twitter are pissed off and saying that New Guy is actually a misogynistic attack against the people who agree with the fucking comic. Wow. Talk about the blind leading the fucking stupid. Like, oh my fucking God. But I'm so glad that New Guy is a thing, because New Guy is exactly the way that 2020 should start. Positive. Something nice. Something wholesome. A wholesome meme for once, instead of degenerate fuckery. Is even Stone Toss better than this webcomic? Yes, Stone Toss is better than that.
Oh, one thing I forgot to do. $1 donation from Sir Cosmic Paladin saying seems a pretty unhealthy Yennefer silly Siri fan picks. Yeah, that's really fucked up, considering Yennefer is like her mother. Like, if Geralt is her adopted father, Yennefer is her adopted mother. That's jacked up. Anyway, continue.
Yeah. Source from the 100 asked if his question for politics entertainment now. I suppose so, and I guess we can go ahead and answer it, because it's actually a pretty good question. Since the New Guy meme has only exposed even more, been given more exposure, why does the left lack any self-awareness that them supporting evil actions is turning people away? I think, and this is a running theme in the Manic Pixie Nightmare Girls comics. Yeah, it's absolute righteousness. I mean, just look at, I'm serious, look at some of these comics. It's absolutely overflowing with self-righteousness, angry self-righteousness. They literally do not fucking see themselves as bad people. The New Guy comic alone is enough for someone to go, wait a minute, that's supposed to be the author of Avatar? How come they're acting like a fucking asshole? Look at like all the fucking other ones. It's everybody is out to get them somehow, but they are somehow the righteous ones, despite the fact that they are acting like the absolute biggest asshole motherfuckers in the galaxy. Still, somehow, it's just unwarranted self-righteousness. I don't know how to explain it. I literally don't. I guess they lack the mental fortitude to see any sort of disagreements as valid or anything aside from their cultish worldview as legitimate. I don't know. All I know is New Guy is precious and wholesome. Protect him at all costs.
Agreed. You should. I am precious and wholesome, and you should protect me at all costs.
God damn it, Micah. You can do that yourself. Fucking vanilla gorilla ass motherfucker.
Hey, the chat will protect me too. They love me. Until they don't.
Yes, chat, delusion, egotism, yeah. Also very, very likely.
Also perfectly describes Mike S. Miller. Which we won't be talking about today, but that was fun. Let's go ahead and move on.
Yeah. These are the people that are like the Raylos who are sending death threats to J.J. Abrams. Funny you should say something like that.
Yes, let's talk about the wrath of Raylos. Though I will say, Daisy Ridley looks good in that haircut.
Daisy Ridley does look good, just in general. I think she does. But anyway, John Boyega got into it with the Raylos because now that he's been released from his contract, he can say whatever the fuck he wants about Star Wars. And he basically said that the Raylos were fucking cancer. Just cracking a joke against him ended up getting him a flurry of shit. Little quip on Instagram. And all of a sudden, just, oh my God, John Boyega is misogynistic because he doesn't like Raylo. Oh my God, he's terribly sexist because he thinks that it was bullshit that Rey and Kylo ended up together. Oh my God. Like, it was literally one of those moments where I was waiting for someone to toss out some racial epithets. It was getting that fucking heated. I was honestly surprised that I didn't fucking see any thrown out there. But in case you weren't already aware, shippers are cancer.
Yes.
Definitely cancer. But I find it really odd that Raylo has like splintered into factions at this point. You have the faction that believes, oh my God, Raylo confirmed, Rise of Skywalker is amazing. You have, oh my God, Raylo confirmed, but Ben Solo died. Fuck you, J.J. Abrams. Send death threats to him.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have, oh my God, Raylo confirmed. Fuck Raylo. Die J.J. Abrams. And then yet another fucking faction that says, why in the hell would Rey get together with her abuser? This is misogynistic bullshit. I reiterate, shippers are cancer.
And then John Boyega. We need to talk about this because Reset Era, somebody on Reset Era said, I liked him better when he knew his place. He was one of the good ones. Okay, Richard Spencer. I'm sorry. We need to update that for current year. Okay, Nick Fuentes.
See what I fucking mean. They are one racial slur short of basically calling for a lynching. Yeah. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. And yes, Tom Fish, fuck Raylo. Fuck that shit. fuck Twilight fans do. Yeah, again, shippers are cancer. Shippers are fucking cancer. I can't help but also see the irony, but besides the civil war among Raylos, is this is kind of poetic justice in a way, because you had a multitude of journalists saying that most of the backlash from Star Wars fans was because they were evil misogynists who didn't like how the sequel trilogy was going as far as promoting women and whatnot. And now you have an intense backlash from people who are pissed off that their ship more or less ish got confirmed, and because of abuse or misogyny or whatever. And oh, I forgot that other faction who wanted Rey and Finn to get together and said that it's racist that they didn't. You kind of dug your own grave on this one, Disney. Way to fucking go.
Pretty much. And Talon Silverwing donated $3, said they did. On Reset Era, one guy said, I liked him better when he knew his place.
There we go. Thank you for sourcing that. Holy shit. Yeah, aren't Rey and Kylo related due to Palpatine possibly banging Anakin's mom, or made Anakin by manipulating midichlorians? More the latter, because it was implied at the very least that that's what happened. But I believe new canon explicitly says the Force ended up creating Anakin as a response to Sidious and Plagueis fucking around with midichlorians. Which doesn't make any sense at all.
No, that's so stupid.
Yeah.
Still dumb.
Yes, it is.
But yeah, John Boyega's awesome.
John Boyega is a fucking bro, and he deserved better.
Yes. Should have been Finn. That's our stance on the Disney trilogy. It should have been Finn.
Yes. Should have been Finn. Should have been Finn. Making him force sensitive in the last fucking movie as a consolation prize is bullshit. Fuck you. Funny how John Boyega's dressed like a Nigerian prince, like he knows J.J. Wars is a scam or something. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, John Boyega's a bro. I would gladly buy him several beers.
Yes, absolutely. All right, let's move on to our final topic of the day. So, Whammon or Mad?
Whammon or Mad again?
Whammon or Mad again? Hatman, why are Whammon mad today?
Whammon mad again because Little Women. Because Little Women has a man problem. Little Women has a man problem because apparently men are not going to go see Little Women.
I am Tom's lack of surprise.
Little Women has a man problem because apparently men who could vote it worthy of awards are not going to see it because it's not for men. I have a question. How come it's a valid complaint if a movie is not made for women and it should be accessible to women? But if a movie is made for women and men don't go see it but don't complain about it, it's a problem and men should go see it. Like where's the is there logic there at all? I'm not seeing any. I'm not finding any.
Real quick, what was off topic? What was the book Tim Lin did that I was blown up in? Walmite? Yeah.
That was Walmite. Oscar bait has low box office. My shocked face. Well, yeah. That's the thing, though. Yeah, the sixth time they've adapted Little Women. I mean, fucking. Honestly, though, who gives a shit? Like, if a movie is, if a movie is not made for men, don't expect men to watch it. Just plain and simple. Like, I don't really care to watch it, mostly because I had to read Little Women in college. Didn't care for it. Didn't care for it. But apparently not seeing it is in the front or something. Oh, there's a familiar name attached too. You remember Amy Pascal?
Oh, God.
Amy Pascal is pissed off. Amy Pascal is pissed off because men aren't watching a movie about women. Despite the fact that she was very, very involved with a reboot of a franchise that starred men, but instead starred women, and got pissed off when people, got upset about it, saying more women should be interested in Ghostbusters. Can we officially term all this nonsense ghost blustering? Like, can that just be
Can that be a
widely
thing?
agreed upon now?
We'll leave that up to the chat. Chat, shall we make ghost blustering a thing?
I know it's been suggested before, but I seriously think any kind of bitching about men or women in movies, entertainment, whatever, should be termed ghost blustering. Just general lack of accessibility, lack of representation, demands, bullshit. Any kind of harping on about gender and why movies suck because gender. Chat seems to agree unanimously. And someone work on that definition because mine sucks. What would New Guy say?
Maybe some people just aren't interested in the things that you like.
And that's okay. That's okay.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
As we just established
Christ,
in this
I am
podcast, as we just established in this podcast, I'm not interested in open world games. That's okay.
That's okay.
That's
fine.
an okay thing.
It's not a big deal.
Ghost blustering. All right, it's a thing. Ghost blustering.
Yes, the chat has declared. So, yeah, that's generally what I think about it. It's like people are allowed to like different things. Look, the fact of the matter is, and this is something that people like, why we can't accept that men and women are different is really, really weird to me. Like, there are some things that have something for everyone.
Yeah.
But it's a natural thing that comes from it. Most of the women that I know who like The Witcher like it for different reasons than I like it. Like, if we were, like, one person who is as big of a fan of Witcher 3 as I am is Aiden Paladin. Aiden's reasons for liking it are completely different than my own. Completely different. And oddly enough, like, her and I like a lot of same comics. It's the same thing. She likes Daredevil because she thinks Matt is sexy, and she, likes him as a character. I like Daredevil as a character too, but I'm in it for the martial arts action and the sort of like faux noir, neo noir sort of stories you can tell with him. That's my whole thing with him. So yeah, that's generally the thing. It's like there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with it at all. You're trying to make it wrong because you are overly sensitive for whatever reason. Maybe you have daddy issues, like most feminists do. It's preposterous to me. All right, let's go ahead and get into the Q&A.
Q&A time. All right. Manticoris says Ghostbusters 2016 deserves no more thought. That's not a bad argument, actually.
Yeah, there's a fair point to that. All right, let's go ahead and get to the Discord here. So Holy Ninja Toe asks, what is the best way for a sci-fi story to have a sense of technological advancement, especially if you are including time skips? That's a very well. Basically, from one period to the next, the technology has to look more advanced. That's basically it. One thing that I actually think that's really good is, like, if you look at the Old Republic, you look at Revan's time, a lot of the droids and things like that, very blocky, very not as like astromech droids and things like that. They're not as well oiled and and compact as astromech droids from the films. Things like that, like some parts of the technology, the fact that they still use swords, so on and so forth. That's how you would basically do it, is have an advancement as time goes on. Make sure that it's getting more compact, it's getting sleeker, so on and so forth as time goes forward. That would be how I would say you do it. So, Waistcoats donates $3. Hey, Waistcoats. Says, I'm a gal who loves period pieces in the Victorian era and actually enjoyed the book, but I avoid woman-oriented anything in the cinemas nowadays. So, alright, let's keep going. Talon Silverbane asks, what would you want in a game set in the Witcher setting? Personally, I'd want a free-roaming world taking on monster hunting missions as a customizable Witcher or sorceress. It'd be about what I would say, too. Like, that's about what I would just do. It's like, if you were going to do, like, just a game in the setting, but it's not The Witcher, the ability to play as one or the other, I think, would be cool. CT117, he asked a question, but we had answered it on the overflow. Yes, we think Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau would be better to take over Star Wars from Kathleen Kennedy.
Yes, absolutely.
Chaos Sonic says, rumors are Disney's planning on rebooting Star Wars in general. If this is true, how do you think Disney would fuck it up even more? I don't think they're going to do that.
Okay.
They are not rebooting all of Star Wars. That's a dumb rumor. I don't know where that's coming from. They're going to the Old Republic next. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, almost certainly they're going Old Republic.
Yes. Austin wants to know, or A-Hat, I'm sorry. Not The Hat, but A-Hat. Says, have we ever watched Ninja Scroll? Only anime movie I really love. Dude, I love Ninja Scroll. That was a great film. I'll be talking about that on one of the videos that I'm kind of working on right now. So,
I can't say I've seen it. So
yes, it's good. Alistair wants to know, who would we want as a guest character in Soul Calibur 6? Guts. Fucking Guts.
That would actually be awesome. That'd be awesome.
It needs to be Guts.
That'd be perfect.
Mostly, people are like, well, you've already got Nightmare. You've already got Siegfried. It's like, okay, neither of them have fucking cannons for arms, first and foremost. Second, not the same character at all. Like, the fact of the matter is that Guts, he wields a sword like that one-handed. It's a 400-pound sword, one-handed. And he's considerably more agile with it than those two. Like, Siegfried drags his sword around. Guts does not. He'd have a completely different style. I could just imagine, like, how I would have the trailer. It's just like, you have Siegfried taking out Nightmare, and then, or he finds Nightmare completely destroyed, like, as a reference to Death Battle, and then Guts comes out of the forest and has the sword over his shoulder. You bring back his original English VO, and I don't know what you would have him say, but you would need the song Beast and Berserker by Beast in Black to play as he starts walking out of that forest. Berserker! Like, that would be so fucking cool. And everybody would buy it immediately. Like, that would be you could sell a whole season of DLC on that character. Because he is so well loved. So, yeah. CT117 asks, what is the matter with shippers? They're cancer. We've answered this question several times, but we'll do it one more time. Shippers are cancer. Because if you do not agree with their ship, they will destroy you.
Yeah. It's largely rabid fan base. I mean, it's a part of that. More often than not, you are going to run into a shipper who will denounce you if you do not agree with their ship. In my experience, I have barely seen anybody who is like, "Oh, well, if you don't like my ship, then that's okay." Like, especially with social media,
Yeah,
it
like
makes it 10 times worse. Like,
I'm gonna say
faction,
this right.
straight up, it factionalizes a fandom.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember this when we revealed Angelica for Englewood. What was the first thing I said? Don't start shipping her.
Yeah.
Don't. And I actually told everyone, if you ship her and then you get mad because I don't follow your ship, I'm going to kill her off. And I'm dead serious about that. She will die in the next book if you start with me. I am not doing that shit. And I don't like Donny Cates. He's an asshole. But shippers tried to ruin that man's career because he wouldn't treat Eddie and the symbiote as gay lovers.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at some of the shit that came out of Sherlock at the height of its popularity. The John Locke ship, when that shit got shot down, you saw, holy shit. It was like that whole section of the fandom suddenly had all contracted rabies.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, shipping is cancer. We don't like it. We don't approve of it.
Yeah, he also asked how much money would I have to take to watch Beastars? $1,000.
Oh shit! Wow, that's a high bounty. All right, everybody, get on it.
I'm being dead serious. I don't watch furry shit. Like that seriously weirds me the fuck out. Like there is a sliding scale of furry that works kind of like the uncanny valley. Talking animals don't bother me. Half human animal hybrids don't bother me. If it is an animal with titties like a human's, that's fucking weird. That is the uncanny valley of furrydom. That's one step away from yiffing and diaper hunts, okay? Just no. I don't go down that road, man.
Mm-hmm. No.
I'm a libertarian in my politics these days. I'm a conservative in the bedroom. We'll just put it that way.
Leave it at
that. Good Lord.
Anyway,
Matchstick wants to know, what about furries being killed by Black Templars? Deus fucking Volt. That's what I say.
Deus fucking Volt. Deus fucking Volt. Oh, God. The unfurry valley.
Yes, that's a good way to put it. That's a good way to put it.
All right, Crystal Hive just been asking this one for a while. We know how you feel about Geralt's character. How about Isaac Clarke?
From Dead Space?
Yes.
I like Isaac.
Isaac Clarke is a good dude. I like Dead Space 2 more than the first one, in part because... He has a really good
what the fuck.
Yeah.
Like, when he says what the fuck, like, it sounds good.
Yeah.
And that's not easy. I have somehow mastered it. Just saying. But yeah, like, you gotta, like, some people, when they say fuck, it doesn't sound good. It has to kind of roll off your tongue, you know?
Yeah, I like Dead Space 2 more than the first one, in part because of what it did for Isaac. It really did make him a character as opposed to a player avatar.
Yeah, I would agree. Matchstick wants to know, have you seen the video of Black Templars killing furry? What?
No.
It exists?
Go find it.
Send it to me. I must see this. That's
Here we
awesome.
go.
Sir
Here we
Cosmic
go.
Paladin donates $10 and says, "Do you think Berserk will get a live-action adaptation? If so, how
God,
much
I
of
hope
the
not.
Eclipse scene would get castrated? All of it. Like
Yeah.
you will never see a Berserk film
No.
or a TV series like
Yeah.
it's live action.
It's just
Would
like live
would
action
it be a good
Evangelion won't happen.
pick? Would it be a good choice for a Game of Thrones style successor? Yes, it would be a very good pick. But the reaction from people to the Eclipse would be catastrophic. Like that would be incredible. You know, in regards to like people would get sick. People would have physical reactions to it. You guys have to keep something in mind. Like my ex-wife, when she saw the Eclipse, she called me in my dorm room cursing me out. She didn't curse very often, and she was bad at cursing too. That's what I mean. Like when I say fuck, like some people say it like it's like it's a reflex, like it just rolls off their tongue, like it does with me. She doesn't curse well like I do, but like I had to comfort her. I had to go over and hold her while she cried after seeing that. Like that scene has a visceral reaction from people. It is one of the most sad and disturbing scenes in all of anime, manga, and I think art as a whole. I don't know if there's anything comparable to it. It makes the Red Wedding look like a walk in the park. It makes the Red Wedding look like a literal beach episode.
That's why we call it a beach episode.
Yeah.
Matchstick, send the video either through Twitter or email or whatever.
Bob Fetta asked, "How would I write a Superman Thanos team up?" That is a good question. So, Superman Thanos.
How would you be able to get them on the same team?
Well, that would be the interesting part. Is you give them two of the same reasons to stop someone. I think I would have Lobo hunting Gamora. And then let the situation just unravel naturally from that. Just give me a pen and paper and the money to write the comic, and then I would do it. You know, and you would have a great story. I can at least guarantee you that. I really want to write Thanos someday. I don't think it'll ever happen, but he's one of the characters at Marvel that if I was asked to write, I would probably take it. That's also one of the things that like I constantly say. It's like if my writing ever got to the point where one of the big two wanted to hire me, I would probably first thing I would talk to my friends in Comicsgate about it first, because I don't want them to think that I was betraying them to the big two. And that's not just Ethan. That's Malin. That's Wenger. That's Tug. That's a lot of other. That's Eric. You know, it's a lot of other guys. Vaughn, Cal. Like I wouldn't want them to feel like I'm betraying them. I don't think that'll ever happen, but I would, because I don't want them to think that, you know, I'm selling out my principles for 5 minutes. Like, but anyway, but no, that would be an interesting story to have, because I could have them. There's a lot of elements in that where I could have a lot of different motivations for gaining like a MacGuffin or something like that, you know? All right, Hatman, give me another question.
Let's see. Millie Brawler 64 asks a good one. Considering the number of franchises that have been rebooted by Hollywood over the last decade, what other franchises could get rebooted in this current decade?
That's a good question. Well, is there a franchise that is one that's untapped that could be rebooted well? I'm really not sure.
I kind of wonder if they could do like Escape from New York and Escape from LA again.
I don't
I
know about
don't
that.
think I don't think they'd be able to do it well, but
I don't think that
I'm
anybody has the
curious.
spark that John Carpenter has. That's the problem.
Yeah. Well, they brought Halloween back, but John Carpenter was attached to it, so
Yeah, he was a producer and he did the soundtrack, right?
yes, he did.
Yeah. So he had a hand in that. Um,
I don't
you
I don't
know,
know.
I would like to see a competent horror director actually take on Nightmare on Elm Street again.
Um, Hellraiser.
Yes. Guillermo del Toro's Hellraiser.
Holy shit.
That's what I want now.
Okay. Guillermo del Toro does Hellraiser. Oh my god.
I want Guillermo del Toro to do Hellraiser, or I want him to direct a Doctor Fate or a Doctor Strange film. I think
Michael, we're doing a reaction video.
We are?
We're doing a live reaction.
Okay.
Furry apocalypse. Furries versus Space Marines. I sent it to you on Twitter. Hellraiser is apparently happening. New television series upcoming. Is Guillermo attached?
Okay, so because I worry that this could get bad in some ways, we're not going to show it. You're just going to see my face.
Nope.
So
if you want to look it up and see what we're watching, it's called Furry Apocalypse, Furry versus Space Marine Warhammer 40k by Sociopath. All right, tell me when to hit the button.
All right, hitting the button in 3, 2, 1.
I think I love you, Bubblegum.
Yeah, we definitely couldn't show this.
No.
Me, right here in Furry Forest. This is everything.
Nope, we definitely couldn't show this.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
They fell right into our
Oh yes, kill the Naruto fan. Do it. Do it now. What the fuck?
Oh god, what? Oh god.
Oh good lord.
Oh god. Exterminatus win. Exterminatus win.
No mercy.
And they do an Exterminatus at the end of it.
Yes!
Awesome! I love it. That was
Deus Volt!
that was
Deus Volt!
that was awesome. That was freaking
Deus
great.
fucking Volt. Deus fucking Volt.
That was wonderful. I loved it. Thank you. That made my day.
Oh my god.
That reminds me,
Oh
like one
my
thing that's
God.
actually kind of cool is like they put whatchamacallits, they put they put Warhammer 40k armor in XCOM 2 now. So makes every fight a fucking curb stomp because you can't be hurt. So, all right. Let's go ahead, start getting questions to Hatman now for the overflow. We're going to go ahead and bring it to a close. I want to thank everybody who donated as well. Sir Cosmic Paladin, Waistcoats, Talon Silverbane, Chaos Sonic, Daniel Parker, Serena as well, and Sir Cosmic Paladin again. Oh shit. says favorite version of the Grim Reaper. Mine is Death from the Sandman. Favorite version of the Grim Reaper is one that I'm writing in 3 nights, 4 days, in which case we will be getting the mailing list up for that hopefully by the end of the month. So that is my answer. Hatman, how about you?
I am not entirely sure, to be honest with you.
All right. Well, that put us over the $50 mark, so now I have to down another thing of Diablo sauce. So here we go.
Here we go. Here we go.
All right. Woo! So we appreciate you guys stopping by. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed it, please do not forget to like the podcast as well. Helps us with our metrics considerably. If you're watching this on replay as well, thank you so much for watching the show. But until next time, my name is Micah Curtis.
And I'm Alex Baldwin, and I guess I gotta go find some hot sauce now.
Whew. But yeah, exterminate all furries. Dave's fault.
Dave's fault.